are many tools from Ayurveda and the sister science of Ayurveda Yoga. There are many tools provided to bring this. And let us see what are those options. You must have heard, right? Sattvic food, Sattvic living, Sattvic way of life. If you are transforming or explaining this in a normal day-to-day life situations, you will understand in a better way. There is Rajasic nature in the food. There is Tamasic nature in the food. There is Sattvic nature in the food. For example, whether it is black pepper or red chilies or garlic, all have that heating, very sharp and intense qualities, right? We can consider them as the Rajasic, nature of foods. Highly pungent, spicy, soury, acidic. Those comes under the Rajasic nature of the food. Whereas the old, stale, heavy, dull food, kept it overnight, etc. Those comes under the Tamasic food that brings, lot of lethargy, dullness, heaviness in the system. They are Tamasic food. Whereas any food that brings the grounding, nurturing, nourishing balance, they are called as the Sattvic food. And there will be tendencies, that is the main difference between the body and the mind. Body always craves, or always the affinity will be towards the opposite qualities. And that is to bring the harmony within. A person who is having high pitta in their system, the heat, the pitta, they always be comfortable in cold weather. Why? Body has a natural tendency to balance on its own. A pitta person will be comfortable in cold weather, whereas a vata and kapha nature will be more comfortable in warm weather. So body has a tendency to crave for the opposite qualities to find the balance. The mind is totally different, totally opposite. Mind always crave for the same quality to enhance that. A Rajasic nature mind will be always looking for how to fight. They will be always looking for a fight, and they really enjoy, retaliating and fighting and shouting. That is the Rajasic nature. So mind has always having that tendency to go in its own, exaggerating its own nature. So the tendencies of people with the Rajasic mind or, the Tamasic nature of mind varies accordingly. For example, Yatayamam gatarasam puti paryushitam chayat uchishtam cha medhyam cha ahara tamasapriya. Tamasic people, they like the food kept it overnight, yatayamam, gatarasam, that is already changed its, the real taste. And those type of food that brings more dullness within the system, more heaviness within the system. Whereas Rajasic people, they like that really spicy, intense, soury food. That is very drying, or that is very intense, very spicy type of food that increases the heat, stimulates them to be hyper. Whereas Tamasic tendencies are bringing more balance and grounding, nourishing, nurturing, stabilizing type of food. So please understand that the nature of the mind is to go in its own way, where we need to balance it We need to be aware about it. We need to bring the focus of mind into a balanced state. Sometimes the Rajasic people, Rajasic nature of mind, we may have to tame that mind a little bit and bringing the grounding. Whereas the Tamasic nature of dull mind, we may have to wake them up mentally and bring them back to the harmony and balance. Mind needs that taming. That is why the yoga, the pranayama and the meditation, the role is that. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha, right? The nature of the mind to go in its own extreme and wandering, bringing back to the focus, bringing back to the harmony. Well-focused, balanced and grounded mind can be so productive, can bring a lot of value in the individual's life, the familial life and the social life. So balancing the mind, bringing the focus and grounding that mind and nurturing the positive quality, yoga, pranayama, meditation plays a very, very important role. That is why Ayurvedic practices with yoga together makes the complete, living methodology.